Hey everybody, I'm Jesse, and welcome to another edition of Genex Things Live. Oliver Rust, Arnis, what's up, fellas? Glad to see y'all here. Um, Today I was gonna kick this episode off by talking about fear. We kind of touched on it the other day. Christopher, what's up, Christopher? 10 Grizz, living and active. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Glad to see you here. Yeah. Wayne Beatty, what's up, Wayne? Glad to see you, Wayne. Glad you could make it. um, but we touched on it, I think, this morning, maybe the the whole fear mongering thing, right? Gen X grew up. We grew up in an era of fear mongering. The killer bees and the acid rain, and California was going to fall off in the ocean and shit, and Y2K. Uh, I mean, the list is literally endless. The ice age was coming. The fuel shortages, constantly talking about we're going to run out of oil in 10 years, 15 years, whatever, And some of those, they just kept kicking the can down the road. Oh, we're going to run out of oil and by 2000. Oh, well, we're going to run out of oil by 2010. Oh, we're going to run out of oil by 2020. And the same thing with the climate. The oceans are gonna rise and flood everything by the year 2009, and that kind of shit. There's going to be a worldwide drought by the year 2008, and when that didn't happen, yeah, it's not going to happen till 2015. Hardwire, what's up, Hardwire? Glad to see you here. RR, what's up, RR? Glad you could make it. Yeah, the Ice Age, and now they're saying, and they're beating that Ice Age drum again right now. As a matter of fact, yeah, yeah, getting snatched off the street by every van on the road. Yeah, the old molester van, Y2K, sniz. Yep. Yeah, and the list is almost endless. Just all the shit we were bombarded with as kids, right, and young adults, and now all the way through. Now it's the carbon thing and all this, and it was all fear mongering. It was all, now that we're old enough to look back and realize how these companies make their money. They just want the viewers' attention so that they could sell advertisements. And if they hook you on something fearful, War 3 or the next Ice Age or whatever, then you've got to tune in. Is there going to be fuel next week? I gotta watch the news to see if there's going to be any gasoline next week, that kind of thing. And now we're seeing a lot of this fear mongering and shit in podcasts now too. Even I say conspiracy theory, but uh, honestly, all the fear mongering in the mainstream media was conspiracy theories too. They just didn't call it that, and they still don't call it that because it's mainstream media saying it. If it's some podcaster or somebody else saying it, then they call it conspiracy theory, and kind of tamp it down or whatever, or just make it sound crazy. But a lot of these conspiracy theorists are peddling fear as well, and I think that's Gen X's actual superpower. We're kind of immune to the fear mongering at this point, right? It just floats right by us. All the psychic vampires and all the weird shit going on, and as an example, and if you watch him, uh, I'm not trying to hack on anybody that watches Alex Jones, because I've watched him. I haven't recently, but I just noticed that he was big on the fear mongering thing, right? And then he went through the whole FBI deal last year, where the FBI was coming to get him, and it was like an episode of Jerry Springer with he was up in But then the FBI missed him and they didn't get him and stuff. And it just, it felt really, really planned out, rehearsed with the old FBI thing and all that. And constantly talking about how he just spent 10 million on his servers and shit and on this or that. But he needed our money, to fight the psychic vampires, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But and I'm just pointed him out because he's a famous name and it's easy to pick on him. But the facts still remain, that he's peddling fear, and a lot of people do. I saw a thing that's going around about JD Vance being the white wolf and all this weird shit and just kooky weird shit. And it's just fear mongering, trying to get somebody to be afraid. And a lot of us, not all of us maybe, but a lot of us, we probably have a knee jerk reaction to fear, to, oh, what is this? But then you think about it a little bit and it's ridiculous, it only takes a couple seconds to think about the shit a lot of times. Yeah, live each day to the fullest and be the best person you can be. Yep. Yeah, Robert. Calling things lazy these days is, or calling things conspiracy theories these days is just lazy ass attempt not trying to deal with the subject matter. Yeah, Robert. Yeah, what's up, Robert? Sprinkle. Good to see you, Sprinkle. I haven't seen you in a while. Glad to see you. Glad you could make it. Yeah, fear cultivation is necessary for panic. Panic is necessary for surrender of autonomy and acceptance of any outcome that brings relief. Yeah, living exactly. Um, oh yeah, I dig conspiracy theories too, Oliver. Yeah, I'm not downing on conspiracy theories. I love that shit. It's fascinating to me. But for the people to peddle fear by using them, you know what I mean? It's the currency, it's their product. It's what they're selling is fear. Okay. Yeah. We talk about conspiracy theories a lot here, but we don't try to drum up a bunch of fear and scare people and all this shit and into, doing whatever. Y'all know me. I've never been into that shit. Uh, because it's not real. I would just feel stupid, I really would just feel stupid talking about whatever, an ice age coming or psychic vampires or, urban, I would feel stupid if I was up here talking about how important the carbon emissions are and shit, because I just don't believe that shit. Jones is like the road runner, RR. Yeah, Roz, you haven't watched him for a while either. Yeah, the whole thing. He did. Well, supposedly he did call 9/11 before it happened, and that's kind of what got him traction and got him real famous. Um, but he's kind of, you know, anytime there's a profit in it, you've got to question the person's motives. Uh, the fear mongering thing with him and him constantly asking for money. I mean, constantly through. You watch his 2 hour show and he asks for money like 10 times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, send me the money to help the good fight or whatever it is. Yeah. If the first thing you do is stick your hand out, yeah, I've got questions right there. You know what I'm saying? Sniz, what's up, Sniz? Gordo, how's it going, Gordo? Glad to see you here. What wasn't very long ago, Sniz? Yeah, he's at a yeah. That's another thing. They have to stay relevant. You know what I mean? If they don't stay relevant, they disappear. And lose their fame, lose their not necessarily the fortune that they've built, but the fortune that the future fortune that they're still trying to build. the future profits or whatever. So yeah, they constantly have to stay relevant. And I said that about this is the thing here about YouTube channels that that teach you how to make YouTube channels, right? Because there's only so many things you can do to make your YouTube channel good. You know, um, it's an infinite number. You know, and it's a very small number of things you can do to make your YouTube channel good. So once they run through that list of things, you know, are they going to make 5 videos of you know of things that make your YouTube channel good? Well, what are they going to make videos of and after that? So they got to make shit up. They have no choice. If they want to stay relevant, they have to make shit up. Oh, this is a great way to make your YouTube channel good. I've found even better way to make your YouTube channel good. You want to be successful? Do these 5 things. You know what I'm saying? So the list has to be endless. They just have to keep making shit up. Okay. Or they quit making YouTube videos. And that's the same thing with the fear. They've got to keep the fear cycle going, or just quit. You know, quit doing it. Quit making videos. Quit selling the fear. If they quit peddling the fear, then they're out of a job. So they got to create more and more shit. Find more and more shit to be afraid of. They can't keep scaring you with the same shit every single episode. You know. So yeah, the whole fear mongering, it's a snake eating its own tail. You know what I mean? They got to keep doing it and making shit up over and over again, or they'll run out of shit to do, shit to say. You're welcome, Sprinkle. Thank you for showing up and watching the show, and thank you for your support. I appreciate it, really do. Yeah, George Carlin too. Yeah, RR, I agree. Conspiracy researcher. Yeah, Roz. Yeah, fear sells, and they know it. RR. Yeah, they know it, and I really think that's Gen X's superpower. We're immune to that shit, you know, to a certain degree. I mean, we all have knee jerk reactions. Don't get me wrong, but we think we'll think about it before we jump into that fear pool with both feet. Yeah. Oh yeah, fear has its place. It's a survival mechanism. Hell yeah, Robert. Yeah, it'll keep your ass alive. Yeah, but we can't let it control us, and we can't give away half of our money or whatever. You know, we can't keep giving people our money because they scare us. Oh yeah, the gay frogs. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. Oh yeah, lots of evidence. Sniz. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. The younger dryas. Yep. Oh yeah. FBI is like the coyote. They never seem to catch him. RR. Yep. Yeah, he's always. Uh, I've just never seen the FBI. Never heard of the FBI just totally whiffing on somebody. You know, just total missing them. You know. You know what I'm saying? They show up at your shit and you know, yeah, we can't get in the door, so let's go home, everybody. You know what I mean, or whatever. Oh, the door's locked. You know, hey man, try knocking. Nah, I'm not gonna waste my time. Let's go home. Let's go back to the office or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a little weird to see it happen over and over again. What's up, Dead Wolf? Hey, glad to see you here, man. Conspiracy theorist or theoretical conspirator. I don't know what a theoretical conspirator is, so I'd have to go with conspiracy theorist because I ain't gay. And in case that means gay, I ain't picking it. So I go with conspiracy theorist. Let's ride, Dead Wolf. Hell yeah, dude. Gen X Tomcat, what's up, dude? Glad to see you here, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. RR, he's constantly asking for money, dude, and I get it, he's in a business and stuff, but come on, enough is enough. He reminds me of the televangelists from the 80s. Remember them? Ah, Lord, the Lord said you need to send me your money. Those kind. That's kind of what he reminds me of. Oh, okay. There, whether we are an old Earth or a young Earth. Well, hell, that all depends on the future, as far as I'm concerned, Robert. I mean, doesn't that make sense? If the Earth, if the Earth is 4 billion years old and it ends at 100 billion, then we're in the young Earth. But it ends at 5 billion, we're in the old Earth. So that depends on when it ends. In yeah, that just makes sense to me. Thanks, Tomcat. I appreciate it. Boondock, what's up, Boondock? Glad to see you here. Hey, yeah, yeah, we do have some awesome people in the chat, man. I appreciate it, Boondock. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for coming here and hanging out with us. We appreciate you showing up and contributing to the conversation. Seriously. Sober, what's up? Yeah, hey, glad to see you here, Christopher. Yeah, 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 but the host doesn't sell any. Yep. Yeah, it is, Sniz. Yeah, it's clear in the soil, and there's nano diamond particles in the soil, and the only other time they find that is the layer where the asteroid killed the dinosaurs. From what I understand, that's what I read. Oh, okay, living. Well, yeah. I mean, my channel's monetized, and I would like to do this for a living one day, but I'm am just convinced that I can do that by telling the truth and being honest and not peddling fear or fraudulence or fakery or because my audience is Generation X. Now, if I was a boomer or a millennial or something, I might have to do the whole fraud thing and bullshit, and then I would fail because I'm just not going to do it. So, but yeah, I think that the truth and common sense will resonate throughout our generation, and I think it's a viable option. You know what I mean? I think you can succeed with those selling those things. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Snort a line of fear with your morning coffee, Arnis. That's hardcore, dude. Yeah, you have my respect. Take a few fear pills in the afternoon, then drink a little fear before bed. All right, Arnis. Yeah, that's badass, dude. Yep. All right, Dead Wolf. Yeah, that's what's up, dude. Thank you, bro. Yeah. Yeah, yep. Sometimes they've been lied to themselves. Yeah. Yep. You're right, Roz. Yep. Boondock. Boondock, yeah, yeah, you hit the nail on the head, dude. It's like a fire. It can be your friend, keep you warm and shit, but if it gets out of control, it'll burn your shit down. Yeah. Yep. Oh, the one, oh yeah, okay. Seeing all the BS. I choose seeing all the BS. Living. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. Oh, I've had that exact same fight with my current spouse, Robert, the wife I have now. Yeah, the same exact shit you're talking about. Accused me of having no respect for emotions. Yeah, and I said the same thing. I'm not going to let emotions run my life. Yep. Nope. Yeah, that's exact. I've had that exact same argument, Robert. Yep. Yeah, the Benny Hill of radio. Yeah, RR. Yeah. Yeah, sniz. Yeah, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Middle age Earth, Christopher? Yeah, yeah, me too, Gordo. That yeah, I wonder what's next. And I try to talk about it on here, and we discuss it and stuff, but without the fear mongering. All right. I'm never going to tell anybody I know what's coming up next. And, if you want to stop it, send me $100. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into that kind of shit, but I like to discuss it. I do like to, but, I have to refrain from discussing it a lot of times when I actually want to, because I don't want to be a fear monger. I don't want to start even be uh, to think of myself as a fear monger. I don't want to be spreading mania and shit and getting people worried about shit that's probably not going to happen. But I do like discussing it in case it might happen. You know, Gorp, Gorp mania. What's up? Murder hornets. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, that's what we need. A big badass herd of murder hornets, or no? What is that? A colony? Would it be a colony? Would it be a murder like crows? A murder of murder hornets? That would be badass, dude. That should be a thing. A murder of murder hornets. Yeah, yeah. Iridium? Metal Gear. There he is. What's up, Metal Gear? Glad to see you here, man. Yeah, get under your desk at school. Yeah, you all Gen Xers. When we hear the sirens and the nukes are coming, we'll all run to the local middle school and crawl under the desk. That's how I know we'll survive. Nobody else knows that shit, dude. You know what I mean? Gen X will survive because we will be in the right place. Yeah, to survive that shit. Yeah, it is, Sniz. Yeah, it is scary to think that. Yeah, but I'm pretty convinced that it did happen, Sniz. Yeah, yeah. Well, I try to, Tomcat. I try to keep it real, dude. Um, I mean, I don't know, man. Just leading a fake life, and I don't see the point. I really don't. It's just hard, I get it. People, sell out for the money and stuff, and maybe if somebody offered me enough money, I would, but y'all would know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all would know right off the bat that I sold out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah, it would not be a secret. There would be signs that I sold the hell out. Yeah. So then y'all can just start unsubscribing because, what the hell? But yeah, so there might be an amount that I would sell out for, but I don't know. It would have to be so huge that that I would have no choice. That I can build the Gen X community or Gen X mall. Yeah, it would be enough money to build that, and then we'd all just meet up there. Yeah, we wouldn't have a live stream on anymore. It'd be in real life. We'd all be hanging out. I doubt I would, Gordo, make it in politics. I don't have the stomach for it. You know what I mean? To lie to people and try to scare them and all that shit for some kind of gain. Um, I just not that I'm some kind of super saint dude or something like that. I'm just a normal person. I make my mistakes. I've done bad shit here and there that I regret, but I try not to. I really try not to. I don't want to hurt anybody else. I don't want to do wrong by anybody else. I'm just trying to get through life and not hurt anybody. You know what I mean? And especially when I'm talking to 40 people at a time. Um, I know that's a big number, but it's true. I don't want to try to scare anybody. I just don't want to. I want everybody to have a good life. And wake the hell up. Hopefully, wake the hell up. and realize the truth about why we don't have good lives. Just realize the truth. Don't be afraid of it. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's still life. You're gonna wake up tomorrow and it's the same bullshit that was yesterday. So there's nothing to be afraid of. Just realize the truth. Shannon, what's up? Glad to see you here, Shannon. Radon. Oh, okay. Yeah, everybody got freaked out over radon. Yep. Ostat. What's up, Ostat? Glad to see you here. Oh, yeah, Iron Man. Yeah, that's a great song, dude. Too loud for your old ears? All right. Yeah, well, it's supposed to be too loud, right? Is there any other way to play that song? Savage Lee, what's up, Savage? Glad to see you here, man. A hive? All right, Boondock. A hive. Yeah. Yeah, me too, Robert. That advertising, yeah. And them tracking us now to advertise and all that, that's some slimy shit without our consent. Yeah, all that DARPA shit, Tomcat. Yeah. Yeah, Raziel. But y'all would know it. You know what I mean? If I did, y'all would know it. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. It wouldn't be a secret. I wouldn't be fooling anybody. But I'd take their money. But it'd have to be a lot, though. I wouldn't do it just for a little bit. Yeah, fear mongering is to manipulate a population into a prescribed response. Sharing unpleasant information to inform others can make your own choice. To make their own choice is compassion. Yeah. Hopefully, that's what I try to do is the latter, living. I try to, even though they're unpleasant truths, I try to share the truth from my view. I'm not always right. Sometimes I'm full of shit, not on purpose though, but sometimes I just get shit wrong. Or my opinion might be so biased or screwed up because of the life I've led. You know what I mean? I might have some opinions that just are out of whack. I admit that. I know that. I try to be self aware. It won't be obvious you sold out savagely as you squeal away in your Lamborghini. Yeah, Metal Gear. Yeah, I don't know if I had enough money, I'd buy us an island, dude. Just buy us an island. Yep. Would you guys have a high tech robot in your house doing all your work? Sniz. No. Hell no. Sniz, yeah, no, not even. If someone gave me one, I would take it and I would sell it to some. Uh, I'm not going to say any bad words because some of y'all might do it, but some of y'all might take the robot. So, yeah, I'd sell it to someone who wanted it and I'd make a profit. But no, I would not turn that thing on inside my house. Yeah, hell no. Dictator of Cuba? Oh, I might sell out. Well, yeah, I would sell out for the dictator of Cuba because then I'd send them all to America and I'd invite Gen X over there. Yeah, we'd run we'd run that bitch the right way. Oh yeah, Ten Grizz. The drugs they advertise on TV have side effects worse than what you got. Okay, and this is verbatim, dude. I just saw an advertisement for a drug. I don't know what it was for. I have no idea. But one of the side effects was that it created problems with your heart pumping blood. That's what the woman said on there, or the AI construct, whoever was saying the shit. It it created that's technically that's death. If your heart has problems pumping blood, you're dead, right? That's the only way you can stay alive is for your heart to to pump blood continuously, once it starts having those problems, that's just another word for death. So yeah. And I've seen it before too, that one of the side effects is death, homicidal rages, suicide, and all this weird shit. You see all these side effects of these pills, and you're like, what? Who would take that shit? Who? Who would take that shit? That shit blows my mind. Yeah, yeah. The following is a true story. Only the names have been changed to protect the guilty. Yeah, yeah, Boondock. Hey, Sarge, what's up, Sarge? Oh, okay. All right. In the barn listening. All right, Sarge. Thanks for letting us know, man. I appreciate you tuning in and listening. Yeah. Yeah, General Patton. Yeah, he kicked ass. Yeah, what if some evil asshole could control your robot? Well, some evil asshole will be able to control your robot. It's just uh, they will be able to. It's just whether they do or not. You know what I mean? The power will be there. We was just talking about that the other day, Sniz, about the all of the Porsche cars. They just got bricked over there in Russia. Yeah, all the Russian Porsches just got bricked because Porsche didn't agree with Russia's politics. So all of their customers over there in Russia, yeah, they just bricked their cars. So they went out after work and tried to start their car. It just wouldn't start. Yeah, because Porsche decided, you know what I mean? They have the power. They have the power over their cars here in America. Ford has that power over all the cars. They have power over all the cars. They can lock you in that bitch. You know what I mean? They can just lock the doors if they want. They know right where you are through the GPS and all that. So yeah, they have the power. It's just whether they will uh, exercise it against you or not. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yes. Personal responsibility, Sarge. That's a big thing that people need to wrap their minds around. Accepting responsibility for their own actions. Yeah, I totally agree, Sarge. Automate shit like we do in factories. Oh, okay. Yeah, dishwasher doesn't need to be walking around. Yeah, Roz, I agree. Oh shit, that a tree. Oh, okay, a homemade zip line incident. Oh, stat. All right. That's pretty cool, dude. Thank you. Yeah, smart wheelchairs are able to be hacked and operated by anyone with a certain app on their phone. Yeah, dude, there ain't no damn way living. Yeah, ain't no damn way I'd sit in one of those things. Your dishwasher likes going on hikes with you, Sarge. uh, yeah, yeah. Hopefully, most of us do. RR. We're trying to do our best. I like to think that most of us are actually trying to do our best. Um, I don't know. When I see the population at large, I get convinced that most people aren't. Some people are trying to do their best, but I don't know. I hope I'm wrong about that. Something like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, a conveyor system and shit that made his parents think that he was asleep. Remember that? Yeah, yeah. Figure out how to destroy it, Arnis. Yeah, yeah. Almost every commercial is a big pharma company selling some new drug. RR, you're absolutely right. Yeah. Yeah, Sniz, we could make Cuba a paradise. Yeah, you damn right. Living, oh, a human in your house? Yeah. Yep. Total vascular coagulation, Christopher. Just say no, Savage. Just say no. Oh, nobody living. Nobody's approving these drugs for distribution. No one. Our FDA is supposed to. They don't. We all know it. They don't. These pharmaceutical companies are self regulated. They just decide when it's time to put it out. And that is totally dependent on how much money they can make. If they're going to lose $10 billion by finishing that trial, you know what I mean? What do you think they're going to choose? Are they going to cut the trial off and put it out so they make $10 billion more dollars, or are they going to do the honorable thing and protect the people? Uh, Come on, we all know the answer to that damn question. Oh yeah, sudden death, but only on the microscopic print on the pullout. Decided the pain was better, Gordo. Yeah, I would too, dude. Yeah, sudden death, one of the side effects. Yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about, dude. Yep. And most people won't look at the pullout, they'll just take the medication, right? And everybody thinks they had a heart attack or something. Roz, use a rubber bulb. Yeah. Roz's heart has trouble pumping. He fixes that bitch with some duct tape, some super glue. Yep. Yeah, Tomcat. I heard that about Rockefeller. He basically started the damn pharmaceutical and medical industries and all that shit. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have to explain the word bricked to anyone else in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No one would want to. Yeah. No one would come to that island. Can you? We wouldn't get any boats of immigrants or anything coming to Gen X Island. Yeah, they would be afraid. They wouldn't even get on a boat, because they might get washed up on Gen X Island because of a storm or something. Yeah, they wouldn't even want to try to go past us. Yeah, no, that would not happen. Drive with the window open. Yeah, harness. Yeah. How about the villages? What, the villages here in Florida? Oh, we was a Rockefeller. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Tomcat. Yeah, that does. Oh, yeah, yeah, it would have. And technology could have gone that way, Raziel. That's what I keep saying about technology went the wrong way and screwed us with all this Facebook and all this garbage, right? We could have had really cool technology, everything automated and awesome shit, but we don't. With it, we got this bullshit, right? Oh yeah, yeah, Savage. Yeah, I wouldn't want a robot. Not for. Yeah, I wouldn't want one. Not only that, but people are going to buy the robot and then they're going to realize that they have to pay, $59 a month fee for the rest of their lives for it to operate, right? Um, it's not going to be a one time purchase. All right, 10 Grizz. Thanks for hanging out, man. We appreciate it, dude. No, we won't tell her, Savage. We won't tell the sandwich maker. Yeah, yeah. Uh, and OSTAT, and for the vaccinations, you can't even sue them over the vaccinations. It's against the law. They've got protection by law, so you can't even sue them. So even if they put the batch out and it kills 10 million people, there's nothing that can be done about it. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Yeah, me too, living. Yep, I'll take it when it comes. I'm not filling myself with all that bullshit, whatever the hell they've cooked up. Yeah, yep. Tomcat, I agree. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've told y'all this before, but it bears repeating. I'm going to tell the story again real quick so everybody knows. And I'm not encouraging people to stop taking medication. Okay. I'm encouraging people to ask questions about medication. All right. So don't get me wrong. I don't want to get it. I don't want to hurt anybody, get anybody to think I'm saying the wrong thing and stop taking their medication and get hurt or something. So that this isn't the point. All right. My 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 prerogative here is to get you to think and ask questions, especially about new medications. All right, getting off of medications now is a different issue. But my wife, uh, her cholesterol's high, and she went to the doctor about 3 years ago. They told her cholesterol was high. They put her on a statin for 3 years. She's been taking it, but I'm against it. I don't think she should be taking the shit. I tell her that all the time. So finally, this year, just last month, she went to the doctor, and or this month rather, she went to the doctor and she told the doctor that she did not want to take the statin. She doesn't want to take that pill anymore. So the doctor said, "Well, you have high cholesterol," and my wife said, "Yeah, but I don't want to take the pill." So she said the doctor told her, well, there's actually a test for that. We can scan your arteries and shit with an MRI or something and check now and see if you need the pill. So my wife said, "Yeah, let's do that." So she made the appointment, went in there, and my wife scored a perfect score of 0. No buildup in her arteries, 0. Arteries squeaky clean. And they had her on these medications for 3 years. Okay. They had her taking these medications for 3 years. So, my point in that is that the number of her cholesterol when they tested her 3 years ago, and that number that they came up with had absolutely nothing to do with whether or not she needed medication. In my wife's case, now maybe that's not everybody's case. I don't know. They say I have high cholesterol too, or it's borderline or whatever. I would never take their pill. I just ignore them. I really do. I'm not going to take their test. I'm not going to take their pill. I'm not doing any of it. But I just don't give a shit. But my wife, she scored a perfect score of 0. Does not need that medication. Is in no danger of having a heart attack. But they had her on pills for 3 years. So that's something we need to think about. If you do have high cholesterol or something, and they have a test you can take, you can figure out whether or not you truly need the medication before you take the medication. All right. Because that number does not necessarily mean that you need medication. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much how I feel, Arnis. When the time comes, the time comes. I got to go sometime. You know what I mean? I have to go. I can't stay here forever. So crying about it, worried about it and shit doesn't change anything. Sentinel Island, but with better music, Christopher. Yeah. No karma and big pharma. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I think about that, Roz. I've gone down that before. Thinking about that. If I had an android body and I could live a long time, um, all of the pleasures of life would be gone. If I didn't have to fear, anything. If if you don't know what it's like to do a hard day's work, if you don't, then what good is a beautiful day of rest? If you're not sore and tired after a hard day's work, then the contrast isn't there when you get a nice day's rest. All of the joys and the suffering would leave from life if you had an android body. So I don't know. It might be awesome, or it might be the most boring experience, imaginable. So yeah, but yeah, that is tempting though. Yeah, yeah, I know what you're saying. Lord of the Flies, yeah, Ostat, yep. Yeah, island where smarts and know-how reign supreme. Yeah, living, yep. Ask and seek genuine information and as much information as you can. Yeah, misfit. Yeah, the island of misfit toys. Yeah, I take cayenne pepper every day, Christopher, part of my routine. Yeah, that's some good shit. Keeps the old ticker ticking. Yeah, they have. All the earthquakes and tsunamis that hit Japan. Yeah. Do not try this at home without training, Dead Wolf. Yeah. You were on statins for a while, Tomcat. Yeah. Maybe they help some people. Maybe they're important to some people, but not everyone. I doubt very seriously that my wife is the only one out there who is on medication that she did not need at all. I mean, at all. So yeah, I think that there are more people out there who need to start asking questions. Yeah, I've heard that before, Sniz. There's no solid clinical evidence that there's a correlation. Yep, and my wife has proven to me that in some cases there is absolutely no correlation at all. Oh, okay. All right, Sniz. Yeah, more energy. Okay. Yep. Yeah, they practice on you, RR. Yeah. Yep. No, we got a few more minutes, Christopher. Oh, okay. Yeah, living. Yep. Yeah. You still gonna hang out with us from the Philippines, Oliver? Arnis, yeah, that didn't come out right, dude. Robot hitchhikers. Oh, to be that robot in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe. Yeah. Melody, what's up? Michelle, good evening. Glad to see you here. Ah, you're welcome, Tomcat. Thank you for showing up and hanging out and contributing to the chat. It means a lot, dude. Seriously. Uh, this is therapeutic for me too, Um, it it reminds me that I'm not crazy, that there are other people who believe in common sense and truth out there. I'm not alone. So yeah, it's great. It's great to hang out with other people who believe in the truth and common sense and asking questions. Who believe it's good to question things. Um, there is no harm. Even let's say my cholesterol is high and I'm in very serious danger of having a heart attack in the next 3 months. Let's just say, for instance, as a thought experiment, would it do me any harm to ask the doctor questions? Any harm at all? Hey, how do you know I'm at risk of having a heart attack? How do you know that? Well, and they'd explain it to me. There is no harm in asking. There is no harm in finding out more information. Why do you think I need to take that medication? Is that the only way to treat this malady you've diagnosed me with as high cholesterol? These kind of things, we should be free to ask, and we should be invited to ask by our doctors and stuff. And we should feel no discomfort in asking them at all. So yeah, all of us, every single one of us, should feel perfectly okay asking questions of everything, everything. Government, corporations, pharmaceutical, healthcare, education system, all of it. Question it all. You know, uh, the manufacturing. Why did they send all our jobs overseas? Why did they send our factories overseas? Why? Why all this immigration? Why? We need to question this shit, in my personal opinion. Yeah, black pepper too. I've heard black pepper RR is a catalyst for or whatever. Catalyst, is that the right word? RR? Catalyst for turmeric. So I take turmeric. So I put black pepper in there with my cayenne pepper with my turmeric. So yeah, Mad Dog. Yeah, I want to get a bottle of Mad Dog 2020 for my nostalgia shelf, Michelle. Yeah, yeah. I'm on the lookout for one. Yeah, Melody. That's not good. I mean, honestly, that's not good to be on medication that you shouldn't be on. Uh, we need to wake up to this stuff. And as we get older, they're going to want to put us on more and more medication. Some of it is going to be necessary, but some of it's not. Some of it will only harm us, and we need to figure that out. And we need to support each other in asking these questions. You were thinking of wrestling a bull shark? You've never wrestled a bull shark, Sniz? What have you been doing with yourself if you haven't wrestled a bull shark yet? Shit, we do that shit. We do that shit all the time, dude. That's what we do on the weekends. Go wrestle bull sharks. Yeah. Oh, all right, Melody. No, we're cool with dyslexia here. Yeah, yeah. No bad questions. RR. Yeah. Yep. You've gone on the pure carnivore. I never have been on the carnivore. Um, I don't know. I think each person's body might be different, but I don't know. My metabolism is so high, it might do okay. I just can't do it while I'm working so much. So physically active. I'd have to be doing less. I need a lot of energy. I need sugar and carbohydrates to burn off. You know what I'm saying? My body demands it. Uh, I'll start shaking and shit. Um, so I don't know. I wouldn't be against trying it and just to see, but I'd have to um, be on a less physically active level. Yeah, garlic's supposed to be really, really good for you, your immune system. Intermittent fasting. Yeah, I've heard good things about fasting. Yeah. That fasting's supposed to be the a good way to shock your body, because they said in the old days when we were cavemen, we would fast, by necessity. So that's how our bodies adapted. And your body actually goes into ketosis or something and starts devouring, like it'll eat cancer and fat cells and stuff. So I don't know. And I'm not, speaking on it from a educated clinical position. It's just shit I've heard and read about, on the internet. So if you wanted to study that more about the fasting, it's interesting to to learn about. Yeah, plenty of bull sharks down by Sunshine Skyway. Yeah, Christopher. Yeah, why do they get a whole week, Arnis? Yeah, I agree, dude. If sharks can get a week, Gen X should get 6 damn months, right? Yeah, 6 months every year of just heavy metal, beer and naps. that'd be kick ass. Gen X, that'd be our time. 6 months a year. That's what we're gonna do. That when we take over Cuba, yeah, half the year. Yep. Nurse sharks. Oh, okay. In Port St. Lucie, I go over to the East Coast and fish once in a while. Well, I used to. I haven't in a long time, but I love fishing in the ocean. Tank Ferret, what's up, Tank? Glad to see you here, man. Glad you can make it, dude. Rusty Doob, straight out of Canada. Yeah. Watch out. Trump's going to take your shit, dude. You're going to be an American. You're going to wake up tomorrow and be an American, Rusty. You ain't even going to know it. Trump already did it. Welcome, Tank and Rusty. What's up? Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, Rusty. I saw Jaws. I forget how old I was now. I was a little kid though. Yeah, scared the holy shit out of me. Be like Warhammer droids, Savage. Midnight shark fishing. I've never done any midnight shark fishing. Done midnight frog hunting, frog gigging. Turmeric and black pepper. Oh, okay. All right, Melody. Yeah, I treat myself with that shit. Keto's the best, Melody. Yeah, eat, breathe, and rest. Cheap TV dinner diet, Roz. Yeah, I get lately I've been on a chunky Campbell soup diet. There he is, Mr. Hurst. How's it going, buddy? Glad to see you here, man. Coffee and water? I think so, dude. I think so. 48-hour fasting. I've never tried to go that long, Michelle. I think I would probably go into a coma if I tried to go that long without eating now. Don't eat sharks out of a sense of professional courtesy, Tank. That's badass, dude. Yeah. You found out about the Jones generation, Melody? Hey, Rogue. What's up, Rogue? Glad to see you here. Oh, all right. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Consult your doctor. Yeah, Robert. Yep. Yeah, Christopher. We're the shark bite capital of the world. Yeah, Australia ain't got shit on us with it. They got they got us beat with the crocodiles, all right? Those saltwater crocs, they got us beat with that. Our alligators ain't shit on a saltwater croc, but they don't get bit by sharks like we do. Come on. We got the Aussies there. We've got them there with the shark bites. Thanks, Tank. Glad to see you too, man. Yeah, Melody. Yeah, yeah. What the boomers? I forget boomers ended in 55 or something, right? At first, and then there was Generation Jones, and then for some reason they just did away with calling it Generation Jones and just mixed them all as boomers and just started calling them boomers. Now they are more culturally close to us. Okay, we when we say that our movie stars as kids and our rock stars were boomers, they were actually Gen Jones. They weren't boomers technically, until they messed around with it and just lumped them in. Now, Generation Jones, most of them that I've talked to in the comments and stuff, they don't like being lumped in with the boomers. We're not boomers, you know what I'm saying? They're like, we are. Don't call me a boomer. Yeah. So, but most people consider them boomers. But whatever. They don't consider themselves boomers. You caught a nurse shark in Cocoa Beach. Oh yeah, over in the Gulf. Yeah, yeah, Michelle. Yeah, we're gonna need a bigger boat. Yeah, RR. Yeah, that is a classic, dude. I love it now. That's one of my favorite damn movies. When he goes, when they're down in the bottom of the boat and the captain's telling about the SSM in Indianapolis. That's one of my favorite scenes of any movie. You out of here, Sniz? All right. Be cool. Thanks for dropping by, Sniz. I appreciate it. You too, Arnis. Thank you, man. Thank y'all for contributing to the conversation. Well, that's my time's up too, everybody. So we talked about sharks. No, you live closer to Detroit than any Canadian town. All right. Uh, okay. So you're basically unofficially Americans already, huh, Rusty? Yeah. All right. That's cool, dude. Uh, that's cool to hear from somebody who's technically a Canadian, though. Glad to have you here, man. All right. So we need to wrap this one up. Let's see. We talked about shark bites, how we kick Australia's ass in that category. Uh, and I think anytime we can kick Australia's ass in some meaningless statistic, I think is pretty damn awesome. You know what I mean? Because they deserve it after they gave us Ray Gun in the Olympics, 2024 Olympics. So the Australians, they deserve a little razzing now and again. So I think that's a good thing. We all agree that the government sucks. The pharmaceutical industry sucks, and ask questions, question every damn thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, question it all and try to figure it out. When we'll help each other figure it out, we'll do it one conversation at a time. Shut up, boomer. Time traveling hobgoblin. That's a damn handle, dude. Yeah, damn, man. That's awesome. Time traveling hobgoblin. Yeah, you got to love that handle. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. You loathe the boomers, hobgoblin? All right. I can't argue with you there. I'm not a big fan of boomers. Uh, so, yeah, not a big fan of boomers. All right. So, thank all of y'all for showing up and hanging out with me. So I'm going to say goodbye to Melody, Hobgoblin, Michelle, Mr. Hurst, Wayne Beatty, Raziel, Rogue Yard Gnome, another killer handle, RR, Gordo. Who else we got here? Did I say Robert already? Wayne Beatty, Metal Gear. Who Rusty Doob. Can't forget our Canadian brother. Who else? We've got some more up here I can say goodbye to. Arnis. Oh, Arnis left us already. Still, he deserves a goodbye. Robert. R. Snyder. There he is. I missed you, R. Snyder. I don't know how the hell I missed that. R. Snyder. Hi and goodbye, R. Snyder. Thank you for dropping by, buddy. I appreciate it. Christopher. Tank Ferret presents. My boy Tank Ferret. Who else? Living and Active. Yep. Living Active was here. Sniz was here. Sniv bailed already, though. Metal Gear. Can't forget Metal Gear. Oliver Rust. Might have said him already. He deserves 2 goodbyes, though. Oh, Genex Tomcat. Can't forget Tomcat. All right. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, Ostat. Yeah, I almost missed Ostat. I didn't know. Boondock. Got Boondock too. So goodbye to all of y'all. If I missed your name, I apologize, but it's difficult. I got to scroll through the whole thing. But hopefully that'll get easier and later when YouTube gives me a better way. But for right now, I just got to scroll. And all of y'all have been waiting on the spiel. And so this spiel is going to go out to Mr. Hurst, since he, in all caps, true Gen X style, all caps, called out for the spiel first. So, Tingriz. Bye, Tingriz. Goodbye, buddy. He just came back, and I'm signing off. Be cool, Tingriz. And here's the spiel for Mr. Hurst, all right? And everybody have a great evening, and I'll see you in the morning at 5 a.m. Eastern time, all right? Y'all have a great evening. Bye, everybody. Stay frosty, Gen X, and I'll see you on the next one. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and comment. If you'd like to support the channel by becoming a member, it's only $2.99 a month. And I'll put that link down in the description, or you can head over to the channel page and become a member that way. But I really appreciate all the support from the members out there. This is the members banner here. And I really appreciate these people. They support the channel directly through memberships, and it helps out a lot. So thank you very much to all the members. If you're interested in Gen X gear, we got some pretty cool stuff over there at Redbubble. Gen X things and Gen X branded stuff, t-shirts, coffee mugs, stickers, hoodies, all kinds of stuff. But I'll leave that link down in the description too for any of you who are interested. If you have any ideas for future episodes of Gen X Things, please put those down in the comments, or you can email us, and the email is genxthings@gmail.com. And as always, stay frosty, Gen X, and I'll see you on the next one.